What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be my trading recap from August 30th. I took 5 trades and 3 of them were on Tesla and 3 of them were on Facebook. So this day is really important because it goes to show how when you take a really good trade off of open and you're up a lot of money, you kind of need to stay in the game and not get too excited, and then also you need to be able to not overtrade. So my first trade today was 9:30 Tesla trade, and this was a really good setup because on the daily chart all of last week we were holding 700 and 715 was resistance, and then yesterday's high was 715. So pre-market high was 715.6. And you'll see right here we opened at 714.5 and 715 is the high. So over 714.5 I'm going to get in. I get in right there, right before the 715 break, and we rip. I had a really good entry and my contracts are up $1.50 in the first 5 seconds. So I cut 3 really quick, cut 4, cut another, and now I have 5 left. I want to leave these 5 contracts to see if we can push, maybe get over 720, and then this could be a really big trade. So I was really happy with this trade because I put myself in position to be able to catch a big move. Right here we get over 719 and I cut 2 more. I'm up over $2 on the contracts, so those are good sells, and then I have 3 contracts left to see if we can get a push over 720 and really to have a nice runner. But we dropped 718, so I cut 1, and these last 2 contracts I kind of have the ability to let go until break even, or maybe even once that we get to 715. Alright, so we're getting close to breaking 720. Huge size on the ask, and we rip right through it. That shows that buyers are really in control, and I take one off there. That's a smart sell because we got the premium spike over 720 and my contracts are up over $3. So now I just want to see a 720 hold, and then I can let this last contract run until either EMAs are broke or just until we break 720, but I want to see us hold 720. Alright, so we've been holding 720, but now we're starting to see a little bit of weakness, and if this dips below 720, I'm going to get out because I can always get back into these trades by just lock in those profits. So it's a huge trade off of open. I'm really happy about it, but I'm ready for more trades because it looks like Tesla is going to push today, and I also like the way that Facebook is moving. Alright, so the next trade that I took was Tesla over 724 because we had decreasing volume and we were holding EMAs here, and it was just a nice high of day break over 724. So right before the 724 break, I'm going to try to get in. And right there I get filled 5 contracts, have a fine fill, but we're not pushing. I really don't like that. I don't like that the ask is dropping 724. I cut 2 really quick. Really not liking this. Cut another, and then super quick I cut out of the last 2. So that's what you have to do. Right as it goes against you and gets below your entry, if your entry is your stop loss, just cut out. It's fine to take small losers, but don't bag hold and just get rid of the play once that it goes against you. Alright, so the next trade that I took was the same trade that I took 2 minutes prior that I got stopped out of. But if you see, the 939 candle has super low volume and there's decreasing volume since open. So that means that sellers aren't bringing the price down, and we're holding right below 724. So once that more buying pressure comes in, this could rip over 724. I get a good entry, not really a great entry, but a fine entry, and my contracts are up right away and we're holding 725. So I cut one there to lock in profits, and I want to see us push over 726. I see decent size on the ask, but I love a push over that. So I cut another at 726 resistance. But I'm nicely green on the day, so I have some wiggle room here to try to catch a play over 726. Cut one there because we dropped 725. And I'm not liking this play too much now that we're not holding 725. Cut one there. And I just cut my last once that the ask broke below 725. Alright, so my 4th trade on the day was actually a really good setup because Facebook was coming up to all-time highs of 377.5, and really the real resistance on the daily chart was 375, and pre-market high today was 373.26, and yesterday's high was 373.74. So over high of day today and over 73.2. I thought that this could get to yesterday's high and then maybe get to 374. So over 73.2, I'm going to get in. Right there, I get filled. I have a good fill. And right away, we push up about 30 cents. That's really good. That gives me some wiggle room, and it will ensure that I don't go red on this trade. So I lock in profits on 2 contracts quick. And then now I just want to see us get to yesterday's high and then maybe 374. So we're holding 73.5. Cut 1 just to lock in profits. I'm up 20 cents on the contracts. And we pushed through yesterday's high right there. The contracts are almost at $3. I cut 1 and we get over 374. That's a really good sign. Now I want to see us hold 374. And it seems like we can't hold. And that was actually a pretty sharp rejection. So I sold 2 contracts there. And now I'm not liking this play too much because 374 might be resistance. So again, right here, we're kind of selling off right at 374. I don't like that, so I cut a contract there. And now I just want to see if we can get back up to 374. And if we get below 73.5, I'm going to cut out completely. And right here, we keep dropping. Cut 1 there. Then we drop 73.5 and I cut the last. That was a really nice trade. I managed it very well. And this play is still setting up where I have another opportunity where I might be able to catch this over 374. So we're holding over yesterday's high very well, and high of day is 374.09. So 74.1 on the ask is going to be my entry. And I'm expecting a lot of size at 375. So I'm sized down to 5 contracts, and I'm just looking for a scalp up to 375. And right there, we open the 1003 candle over 374.1, and I get in 5 contracts. And we push right away, but the contracts are not pushing too well. So I cut 1 there to lock in profits. We're seeing some resistance at 74.5, so I cut another there because I don't want these contracts to go red. Alright, so we're climbing up close to 375. We're at 74.75. And we kind of saw some resistance there, so I cut 1 there. That's a fine sell. And right here, we're struggling to even get into 374.9. So we can't even push through 74.9. So I saw that resistance, so I cut 1 there. And now I have 1 last contract. Alright, so we're kind of pulling back here, and I'm not liking it too much. The contracts are still green, but if we drop 74.5, I'm going to get out. And I get out right there, and I'm up $2,200 on the day. And after 5 trades and it being past 10 o'clock, I just called it on the day. I was super happy with how I traded today. I caught a really nice play at open, but I didn't let that affect how I traded the rest of the day. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you were able to learn a little bit about how I position size on different setups and just different setups that I'm looking for. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like or a comment, and have a great rest of your day.